Car's been sitting for about I want to say 3 or 4 months now, or actually longer. I think it's about 6 months. Gonna finally start working on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out real quick just so I can give a quick walk around about the car, all of its flaws and imperfections. But the battery's dead, so I'm gonna have to go bring the car around and jump start it real quick, and then I'll give you guys a quick little walk around of the car. Okay, so I pulled the car over. I'm having it charged right now. What I did is I pulled the ECU fuse out so that way I can go ahead and prime the motor, so I can get the oil flowing through since it's been sitting for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and just prime it now that it's been sitting for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the ECU fuse back on, and hopefully she starts right away. Oh, almost. So I went ahead and pulled the car out right now. Just went and parked it right here. So this is my 95 Acura Integra LS. Just gonna give you guys basically a walk around of the car. I mean, the reasonings behind this video is just because I'm gonna start working on it, you know, and yeah, basically I just want to kind of keep track of the progress that I've done to it. So I just want to get a good walk around and look back and see what it used to look like. This car has literally, since I got it, has looked exactly the same for 3 years now, and it's been sitting for about 1 year and 8 months. It was in Colorado, and now I brought it over here where I now live, which is in Washington State. But yeah, as you guys can see, it needs a lot of work. I'm missing right now a corner light because it was broken, and so I took it off. The entire bumper is all messed up. But I went ahead and already ordered the corner lights. I already have them. I just need to install them. The entire fender needs to be replaced because it's all cracked and bent. You guys can see that there. Also, this thing's on a steely in the back. This car was involved in a little accident and couldn't get the wheel back, so threw it on a steely. The windshield's cracked, so I need to replace that. And this entire rubber part that seals the windshield as well needs to be changed out. And it looks like we got some rust going on here. That's gonna all need to be fixed, sanded down. I'm gonna want to paint match everything just so it's all one solid color. And I'm gonna try to do most of this stuff myself. This is more of like a personal thing for me, just like wanting to try to do it all by myself. But yeah, it looks like you can even see the paint here. It's all messed up. let me go ahead and show you guys the inside. Inside the hood. Oh, and the door doesn't close perfectly. It's like hanging. So when you close it, you can literally hear it. That's how you gotta close it. This car is a pile, but we're gonna work on it. Okay, so it does have a GSR in here. It's the GSR block, GSR head, fully rebuilt by me. I mean, I basically tore it all down and rebuilt it myself. When I got it, I actually, within the first week, I blew it. Yeah, so I mean, basically what happened is we basically plugged the wastegate because I wanted to see it make some more boost, and obviously that was probably the worst decision I made, and so it ended up breaking the ring lands on the pistons, and I'll probably just show a picture of it, of how it came out. And yeah, so I pulled it all apart, and then I went ahead and just rebuilt it. I ordered rods and pistons for it, so it has Wiseco Pistons, and then just basic piston and rod build. There's nothing done to the head. Actually, the only thing it has is it has Skunk 2 Prostreet 1 cams, but that's basically all it has. Other than that, everything else is completely stock. Nothing done to the valves. The block isn't sleeved, or it doesn't have a block guard. Basically, the power goals for this car is I'm hoping to get at least 350. If I get anything above 350, even close to 400, like, I'm gonna be really happy. But yeah, so it just has the Skunk 2 Pro Series intake manifold. It has some knockoff tile wastegate. It has a CX Racing GT 3576R, I believe. I'll have to double check to make sure that that's what it is. But I'll give you guys a close up of the turbo. Pretty big turbo. I mean, for this car, I guess. Has a Hks blow-off valve. I just got a walbro 450 for it. Right now it's on a stock pump, stock pump and stock injectors. It's not tuned at all, so that's one thing that's another reason why I haven't been taking it out or driving it at all, is because so it has no kind of tune at all on it. So I have not like taken it out and like really ripped on it, obviously, because those injectors and the fuel pump can't keep up, and as soon as it hits boost, it starts to lean out. But yeah, that's basically it for the motor. It needs a lot of cleanup. That's another thing. I'm gonna end up cleaning it all up, cleaning up the block, cleaning up the tranny, cleaning up all these nasty wires. When I got it, this entire wire harness was all cut up, and so I tried to make it work as best as I could, but I ended up realizing that I'm just gonna have to end up getting a new harness. So I'm gonna be looking for a new harness here soon, so I can clean up all the wiring. I'm gonna eventually want to do an ABS delete as well, because just for some weight reduction, and obviously I don't really need it. But yeah, this entire engine bay is gonna be cleaned up. Yeah, I'll show you guys the interior right now. So it's got these cheap eBay bucket seats with these fake Takata harnesses. I actually ordered another one just because they were only 20 bucks, and that side, the buckle is broken. I'll show you guys in a bit. The entire buckle is broken, and so I went ahead and just ordered one, and they're not even mounted properly. I swear, since I've gotten this car, I have not touched anything other than the motor. the entire car, the way you see it, is the way I got it. Now that it's here, I want to go ahead and start working on it. So I got my my AEM boost gauge, and I have the wideband as well. There was a stereo in here. Somehow it disappeared when it was sitting in Colorado. Credits to my brother. I'm pretty sure he took it, but he told me he didn't. But whatever, I don't need it anyways. But yeah, these ones were sitting actually in the OEM parts right here, and I took them out just because they were really hard to see. I was trying to get it just to run so I could just drive it around, and so they were really hard to see here in the stock places, and so I just went ahead and just relocated them here. But yeah, I have my Hondata S300. It's just a version 1, so it's nothing too special, but it'll be enough so I can start to mess with it. I'm going to open the trunk through. There's really nothing in here. If I can get this to stay up. Most of the time it'll stay up. I have to change those out too. So you can see how ghetto rigged the harnesses are on the back. On that like stability bar or whatever. Like this is exactly how I got the car. So I'm going to have to mount these properly to the bottom of the seat here, the back seat. But other than that, there's nothing in the back. There's just this carpet. All needs to be cleaned up. Need a new door handle here. And then the new side skirt, because actually this one, when we were working on putting on the exhaust underneath it, we had one of these lights next to it, and it actually ended up melting the side skirt there. So I'm gonna have to change that out. So I'll take these out of the way. So these are the new corner lights that I got for it. They're gonna be nice. Just got the regular orange ones. I like the way they look. Depending on what the color was of the car, obviously, I would have maybe gotten the clear ones or the black housed ones. But I think for silver, I'm just gonna go with the orange. Then I got my. This is the walbro right here. That's the fuel pump. So I'll be installing that soon. And then I got the new harness here. Brand new harness. Because this one's all broken. You can see right here. It just literally completely came apart. When I got it, it sort of worked, and eventually like the plastic fell off, and then it stopped working. But yeah, I'll probably turn it on, and just so you guys can hear it real quick. Try to drive this right now with one hand just down the street just so I could hear it. This thing has not been driven in maybe like, it hasn't been driven in a long time. clearly need some brakes. Actually, I have some brakes, I just need to change them now. Like I said, it rains so much here that I can never really work on the car, and so I'm slowly gonna start doing stuff to it. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back in the garage now. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be uploading videos later on of like all the stuff that I do it. Like I said, I got the parts, I just need a little bit of the time to be able to do it. But yeah, as soon as I get that time, I'm gonna be recording and just giving little updates here and there. See you guys in the next one.